Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Laura Train Mama. Today we're having a look at a skim through of the Thomas and Friends annual for the year 2024. I figured I would go for something that's a bit newer. I've spent quite a lot of time recently looking at older magazines and older annuals, so I thought why not do something that is a little bit more current. So, as always, I'm going to skim through the pages of this annual. Any stories I will upload in full separately to give it the airtime it deserves. So let's dive in, shall we? Contents page. So over on the first two pages, we are going to be meeting the Sodor squad from Thomas, Kana, Diesel, Percy, Bruno and Nia. Over on the next page then, it's an activity. It's called Let's Rock and Roll. So what we're going to do here is we are going to join Thomas on his journey down the track. And on the way, there are activities that you can do, but don't forget those pens, pencils or crayons, because you can do some colouring opportunities and practicing the use of a pen or pencil along the way. Over on the next page then is Go Go Thomas. So here we are learning facts about Thomas, and also you can practice writing Thomas's name. And then over on the right hand side it is Animal Antics. Why not help Thomas count the pigs, cows and sheep? Over on the next page then it's Story Time, Hide and Surprise. Over on the next page then is an activity. It's called Found You. Thomas is playing hide and surprise. His friends have found some top secret hiding places. Draw lines to match up who is hiding where. And then over on the right hand side, it's Sandy to the rescue. And it's a bit like a trail. Sandy is going to be finding Thomas, or trying to, if you take the correct path. Over on the next page then is Go Go Percy. Here we are learning fun facts about Percy, and also you can practice writing Percy's name. Then over on the right hand side is a colouring opportunity. You can colour Percy. Over on the next page then is an activity called Christmas Dash. Thomas is against Nia on the wibbly wobbly Christmas race. Follow the tracks and find out who collects the most decorations along the way. Once you've reached your endpoint, you can get those pens, pencils and crayons to colour in those gift boxes. I don't recommend glitter, it goes everywhere. Then over on the right hand side is Fast Friends. Carly and Sandy are best friends. When they work together, they can do anything. Draw a line to link up the matching pair of pictures. Over on the next page then is Tyrannosaurus Rex. See what they did there? Ooh, it's a story time, so I'm going to upload that separately. Over on the next page then is Go Go Kana. We are going to be learning fun facts about Kana, and there is an opportunity to use those pens, pencils or crayons to practice writing Kana's name. Then over on the right hand side, you can help Kana to make her way to Percy. Over on the next page then is Bubble Trouble. We are going to be helping a very mucky looking Diesel to get to their end point. And once you've reached the end, you can colour in Diesel. Over on the next page, it's an activity called Everybody's Welcome. And it's just flagging that everyone is welcome in Sodor. And then what you want to do is circle the smallest friend, the tallest friend, the fluffiest friend, and the fastest friend. Over on the next page then is Terrific Thomas. It starts out with a dot to dot, but then there is also a colouring opportunity. And what they've done is they have helpfully coloured little dots. That's what colour they want you to use. So where they've dotted in blue, in those boxes, use a blue pen, pencil or crayon. And then once you've completed the picture, you can write your name. And then over on the right hand side is Team Awesome. Thomas and Kana are helping care for the environment. Very good, very good. Draw X's on the items of rubbish and recycling that they should collect. Over on the next page then is Go Go Bruno. This time we learn facts about Bruno, and there's the opportunity to practice writing Bruno's name. And over on the right hand side is an activity. It's called a perfect plan. Here we are going to help Bruno keep his schedule by zooming past his friends in this order. Over on the next page is Happy Birthday Kana. So what we're going to do is look at the birthday celebration, and we're going to try and find those little images down at the bottom in the main image. Does that make sense? Good. Over on the next page then is Story Time, Biggest Adventure Club. Over on the next page then is a story quiz. I will aim to include that at the end of my upload of Biggest Adventure Club. And then over on the right hand side is Which Thomas? Thomas has lots of different feelings, don't we all? He can feel happy, sad, cross, excited, bored, worried, determined, all in one day. Whew, I'm exhausted just reading it. So, can you find these 3 faces hiding below? You could even pause the video to do this. You don't even really need the annual, do you? Over on the next page then is funny close-ups. Percy, Bruno, Thomas and Diesel are wearing disguises today. Don't they look funny? Can you spot the small close-ups in the big picture? Then over on the right-hand side is colour splash. So we are going to be matching up the different colours to those characters. And then it asks, what is your favourite colour? Over on the next page then is sparkly spot. There are 5 differences between picture 1 and picture 2. Can you find them? Each time that you spot a difference, you can colour in the crystals down at the bottom. Over on the next page then is twisty tracks. Grab a pencil and follow Thomas, Kana and even Harold in the sky. You can go round the loop with Percy and zigzag with Diesel. Over on the next page then is Go Go Nia. Yep, that's right, it's Nia's turn to share some fun facts about herself, and then we're going to practice writing Nia's name. And over on the right-hand side is Catch Me If You Can. Whoosh! Kana and Nia are fast friends. They love to play and race together. Can you spot the odd one out before they whiz away? Next page then is wild weather. We are going to be matching snow, rain, sun and wind to the correct picture, A, B, C and D. And then over on the right-hand side is racing rainbows. What a beautiful colouring opportunity. Let's finish that rainbow. Over on the next page then is story time, overnight stop. And here we are replacing words with pictures. Over on the next page then is a poster, which is double-sided. And then following that is spooky shadows. And so what we are going to do is match the characters to their shadow. Over on the next page then is Bruno's big challenge. So this reminds me of Thomas's challenge chart, which you get in the current Thomas and Friends magazine. But hey, pick a character and have a go at the challenge that they present you. When you've finished all of the challenges, you can write your name. Over on the next page then is a colouring opportunity, Better Together. No 2 friends on Sodor are the same. It's their differences that make them all special. Use crayons to colour in these posters in your own super style. Over on the right-hand side are the answers to the activities, just in case you may have struggled along the way. Never fear, help is here. That brings us to the end of the skim through of the Thomas and Friends Annual for the year 2024. I really hope that you enjoyed listening along with me today, and if you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really does help me out. And any stories inside I will upload separately to give them the airtime they deserve. I will be honest, I've pretty much run out of time for today, so it may be over the next few days, but thank you for bearing with me and hopefully we'll see you there. Have a great weekend.